Nestled within a valley at the foot of the Brindabella Ranges is the little hamlet town of Wee Jasper. The local tale is that a Scotsman who would fossick in the area insisted that the gems he found were Wee Jaspers, hence the name of the hamlet. However, it's the limestone outcrops and amazing cave systems that the area is now known for. Nowadays, the rocks and caves are found in the bushland and across the rolling hills, but only a couple of 100 million years ago, this area would have been a marine environment of some kind, possibly a shallow ocean. The limestone has been dated to the early Devonian period, roughly 400 million years ago. At this point in time, the land masses would have likely been on their way to forming the supercontinent Pangaea, but were not quite there yet. Australia would have been around here, and it is thought that there were oceans of some kind that did extend inland. The limestone itself would have formed from the remains of organisms, coral, and lime from the ocean itself, which would have been deposited on the ocean floor in enough quantity to form the rocks we see today. There are numerous fossils visible both on the surface and underground. It is incredibly common to see all kinds of mollusks, fish, corals, and possibly even a trilobite. In fact, the fossils that have been found in this area are considered some of the best early Devonian fossils in the world. Another interesting feature that is present because of the limestone is rillenkarren weathering. This groove-like appearance is created as rain runs down the sloping sides of these rocks, dissolving the limestone, which creates the grooves over enough time. Sources will be in the description if you want to read more about this process. It's not that complicated, but does involve a bit of chemistry that I don't want to delve into in this video. Concealed under this valley are a myriad of caves and cave systems, some open for the public to explore and others hidden away on private property. It is quite possible that the Aboriginals used these caves in some way, shape, or form, but so far there is very little evidence of any use prior to European settlement. In fact, during the 1800s, the caves were an interesting attraction for the European settlers travelling through this area. Both men and women spent a good deal of time exploring and mapping this underground world. The caves in this region have formed either from rainwater penetrating through the limestone and slowly dissolving it over time, or the limestone was sitting below the water table and water was able to flow through it and again dissolve the limestone over time. Once there was empty spaces within the rock, it provided room for the growth of the unique formations found within caves. These formations, or speleothems, form as water passes through the empty spaces and deposits minerals like calcite, gypsum, or halite. It takes millions of years for the mineral deposits to create speleothems like these. Factors that contribute to their formation also include things like temperature, the amount of water passing through an area, where the cave sits in relation to the water table, and even the rock itself that the water is passing through. What we have here in the valley surrounding Wee Jasper is an example of a karst environment. It is an area of dissolvable rock which on the surface has rillenkarren weathering and under the surface has unique and complex ecosystems with caves, sinkholes and underground networks and streams. These types of environments have formed over millions of years and are worth treasuring and taking care of in our ever-changing world.